Welcome to Sentence Level Corrections. This is how you do it. There are two things you must realize. First, you have to handwrite it. No typing sentence level corrections. Your second rule is you will write each sentence level correction I mark down. It doesn't matter if I mark it twice. You'll write it twice. So if I write 21A2 5 times 5, you'll write it down 5 times. If I have 3 21A2s on your paper, you'll write it down 3 times. If I have 3 21A2s on your sentence, you'll write it down 3 times. Each rule will be written. The only way you learn grammar is repetition. Let's get started. You know this. You'll see all your little sentences up there. You'll see I've done sentence by sentence level correction. Sentence level corrections are done sentence by sentence. Everyone with me? Good. There's a reason. Because you take your first sentence, you write down all the rules that have been broken, and then you fix the sentence right under it. That's exactly what you do. So, for example, you notice this. You'll see here the person has written the rules and they fix the sentence. They've written the rules, they fix the sentence. They've written the rules, they fix the sentence. They've written the rules, they fix the sentence. Easy peasy. Notice that also that they have several of the same rules broken and they've written each rule a separate time, the same one. This is how it looks on your paper. Now that you know how to do sentence level corrections, let's show where you put them. You put them on the back side of the page before your sentence level corrections. Watch the arrows. Here's the page with the sentence level corrections. Here's the page beforehand. That's the back side of it. Put your sentence level corrections there. Easy peasy. Okay, what if you have more than one page of sentence level corrections? Well, that's easy. All you do is put one more page on top of the back page before the page with sentence level corrections and just keep writing. When you finish that page, put another one on top. Keep writing. When you finish that page, put another one on top. And when you're finished, staple them all together like so. Notice that it'll be a little bit weird, but it will look just like you've been doing sentence level corrections on the back side of the previous page. Look at the video, look at the picture, and see how it's done. If there are any questions, give me a call. Okay, now some of the rules may make a little bit not much sense. So here are the rules I use in a special context. 13A, comma doesn't belong. It just means write the rule for 13A and take out the comma. 23C2 is what the heck? It means that a sentence doesn't make sense for a number of reasons. Sometimes it may just not make sense at all, like in the first example. But in the second example, notice that a dress code cannot ensure anything. Enforcement of a dress code can ensure that students will not show up to class dressed inappropriately, but a dress code cannot ensure anything. Therefore, the sentence doesn't make sense. So when you say the third 23C2, look and see if there's something you're missing in which there's a disconnect between what you say and doesn't make sense. Continued. 29E SV and 29E PV. You're just going to write the rule for 29E. But what I want you to do when you correct the sentence is simply this. If you see SV, I want you to use strong verbs. Stay away from your to-be verbs, your is's, your was's, were's, had's, don'ts, do's, what's, whatever. Sounds like a country song to me. But anyway, for example, not a dress code gives us a chance to show a modest personality, but a dress code illustrates a modest personality. Look at the two examples down there. The first one is a bad example. 2 years ago, there was a girl in a class I was taking who had a nose ring. Fixed. 2 years ago, a girl in my class wore a nose ring. Notice the tightness of the second sentence. Notice how much better it is because I got rid of useless verbs and found stronger ones. 29E PV, avoid passive voice. Your 29E will tell you what passive voice is, so don't do it. 20A1 is wrong word. For some reason or other, you're using a wrong word, or an inappropriate word, or a word that just doesn't fit what you're trying to say. The most common example children use is kid. Kids like to express their freedom by dressing stylishly. However, it's not a kid. A kid is a little goat. Child instead. Enough said about that. 30B. Use sentence variety. When your sentences continue and start, he said, she said, I like, WHDC should, WHDC should. Oof, sorry. Hopefully that bored you as much as it bored me. But make sure you use sentence variety. Chapter 30 will give you all types of advice about using sentence variety. 19C1, 20C, 20B just means slang. Euphemisms, idioms, slang, verbose words, things like that. Get rid of it. You're using something that everyone uses as just an everyday slang term. Also, here's another thing they use it as. If you use preacher voice, or you sound like you're preaching a sermon, I'll use 19C1, 20C, 20B. Okay? Other than that, have fun with sentence level corrections.